Hey everybody, it's Rebecca from Becca's Booth. Just wanted to give you a couple ideas. So I really like the idea of molding clay and so forth. I bought these from Temu because I had this great idea. It is a good idea. I've seen it done before. I didn't create this. Please don't let me give you that idea. But this set came with 3 of them. They're the longer ones. This was sold separately, and I'll put the links of each one of these in there. But what I wanted to show you was what you could do with them. I know you guys have seen book stacks. I've got a set of 3 books here that I've got painted. Okay, so this is just a start. They aren't glued together or nothing. I bought them at the Dollar Tree. I went to several places, and the only thing you're really totally looking for are books that are around about size, the same size, just so they stack well. But I went to Goodwill, I've gone to yard sales, and everybody wants $3 and $4 for them, until I went, silly me, went into the Dollar Tree and went, ha, there's hardback books there. I would have never read them. So I didn't feel guilty about paying $1.25 for a book that I'm painting over to use as decoration. Again, Dollar Tree, $1.25. You cannot beat that because Goodwill themselves is $3 to $4 a piece on the West Coast. So save some money where you can, right? So anyway, what I do with each one of these books is I put some sort of molding here on the edges. When you stain it, then you see all the details. It's really, really pretty. I'll show you a finished product when I get one done, or I'll actually work on this one and do another video. This is not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to talk about a couple things that I've tried so far. To fill these thinner cake molds. This is cake icing molds. So you would see this going around the edge of your cake. In all these really nice bakeries, they use their fondant and press it in here, mold it up, peel it out, put it on your cake. It's an instant design. Did I think of it? No. Would I have ever thought of it? Eventually, but when I bake a cake, I'm baking a cake to eat it. I'm not baking a cake because somebody's paying me to make it look pretty. But I did all kinds of videos. I watched several YouTube videos on what to put on the inside of this that would keep its shape, that would work well, and that would stick to whatever I'm wanting to put it to. I used first this. I bought this at Hobby Lobby. This is basic acrylic modeling paste. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me get it up full in there for you. I paid $7.49 for it. It did work. It took longer for this to dry than, or almost as long as for this to dry, because I also used just plain old caulking, like acrylic caulking that you would put in your bathroom. You can also use that. I ended up using it, I put it all in. I had one of these squeeze bottles, and it takes some muscle to get all that caulking out of the tube. I do not recommend it. If you're going to use the caulking, which it does work, and I'll show you what the samples of the stuff that I have done. If you use the caulking itself, note, very hard to get out. Definitely buy one of the crank guns so you can just kind of squish it all over and scrape it off. The problem also that I found with using this or the caulking is, what do you do with your excess? See, it doesn't come off. The lid doesn't come off. So anything that you have that you've squirted out that's extra that you scrape off, you either have to put in another mold or throw it away. I do not like that at all. So what I do recommend though, went online, again, Amazon, and I found this. It is light molding paste. It's it feels almost like frosting. It really does. And I used this on, and one of the reasons why I used it is I wanted to try it. It was more expensive. I think I paid $12. I'll put this in the comments also, because this I recommend. If you are going to do this, especially like something this big, and you want it to stay true to form without cracking, without breaking, this is what you need. This worked, but I'll show you the difference between the two. So on this one here, I used on this mold. You see how clean these molds are? This is the one that I used the latex caulking. See this on the edges of my, it takes a lot to get this off. It works. It came out beautiful. Very brittle. But if you were doing it on a flat surface, let's just use this for sample. If you wanted to put a whole line of this here on this board, you can't go wrong. This is going to be beautiful on here. It's going to give you a third dimension. It's going to come up. It's going to give you a raised texture. It will be beautiful with whatever craft that you're putting it on. Again, note how brittle it is. It is brittle. Pulling it out of the mold would break in several spots. So, do I recommend it? Yeah, it's cheaper. This is the cheapest way to do it. Your mold, though, has to be a little bit deeper than some of these, which one are they? Like this one. See how this one has the deeper edges here, like around these flowers, but around the leaves and these little indents, I would not recommend using the caulking on this part. There is absolutely no way that you're going to get the caulking out of these little areas. So it does have and can be used and work perfectly. Just think about what you're going to use it on before you do it. Okay, now this I put in this mold. Let me move these out of the way. You also see all of the paste everywhere. I cleaned here. It does come off. It comes off pretty easily. Just kind of using your fingernail, scraping it off, but it is a pain in the butt. With that said, did it work? Oh, heck yes, it worked. Here it is. Absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? So if you wanted to put a texture across this board from here to here, and it's cuttable. Easily cut. Here's just a basic pair of scissors. If you had it laying down, then you can just snip it. Snip, just to make your straight line. But see how brittle it is? But it would be fun. It would be cute. You could put a texture on any tray, a box, anything to decorate it. This is also paintable. Well, all of these things that I'm showing you are paintable. So if your wood was white and you painted this white, it will be gorgeous. It'll be like a white on white texture. Totally beautiful. All right. So how do you get these to stick? Definitely. This is Titebond what is it? Quick and Thick. They also have another one that is Titebond outdoor use. So if you were to put some of this texture around a potted plant, you can take it outside and it'll hold up. It'll hold it on to the actual pot. Okay, so remember, Titebond, Quick and Thick. Again, let's go back to this one. This is the reason why this molding paste I recommend. I did this mold. Again, look at how it's here. It wipes off without scraping. It comes off a little easier. My mistake, I think, though, when I was doing all of these was actually so the mistake that I have made with these molds is I should have cleaned them earlier. Don't get me wrong, it comes off. It's not a big deal. If you get the majority of it off, you can just run it under water and get the rest of it. Not a big deal. The reason why I choose this molding paste over everything else is I did this mold here. Notice there's very little paste. There's some here, so it goes on a lot smoother. This is how it comes out. It's lightweight. It's so much. Check this out. It's bendable. And then it goes right back. If you are wanting to do this on, say, this. Perfect example. Once you have how this is going to be finished, whatever, you can take this edge, go around the top, glue it on, and be done. Isn't that cute? You can even put it here. It doesn't matter where you put it on here. This is just showing you. It's very flexible itself. It came out easier. It dried 3 times faster than all of the other ones. The silicone I had to let dry in its mold for almost 3 days. Do not get me wrong, I live in the Northwest. Lots of rain here. I understand that there's a possibility people who live in Florida, Texas, you're not going to have as much of a problem with the drying aspect as what I did here. But I also had the time, so I just put it up, put it in, let it dry, let it be done. But again, it's brittle. This would have to go on a flat surface. If you see this one compared to this one that I did earlier, see how this one has like little sections of it. You'd have to knock those out just so you could get that pretty design if you had white on another color. But since it's going, the project that I was going to use this on is going on white, I had no problem with these little holes filled in with a little bit of paste. But totally recommend this. I will have this in the bottom of my link. It is a little bit more expensive, but guess what? You get what you pay for. If you are wanting a flexible, lightweight mold in this to make the lacy patterns that you need for some of your crafts, then this is what to buy. Alright, I have nothing more to say on this. Oh, except you need this to glue it on whatever you have. This is awesome glue. Alright, you guys have a great weekend, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. But please subscribe and like my videos, okay? Alright, thank you so much. Bye-bye, guys.